So this is going to be a quick video on how I managed to fix or circumvent the issue with the overheating. For those of you who don't know, I've been using the Sony a7 III as my main Facecam. I'm connecting through micro, the micro HDMI port that's on the side right here to an Elgato Camlink 4K, and I'm sending basically all the way to OBS. I'm sending a 4K signal. For a while, I was using the built-in battery that's on the side, and it was connected through USB to my PC, which would be charging the camera, and then the camera was, sort of drawing the power from there. That process generated a little bit of heat, and then a viewer recommended that I should try one of these. This is basically like a dummy battery that has a cable. It's actually really lightweight. It's like pure plastic inside. It feels pretty hollow. This one, Sony makes one of these, but I got one from Amazon. I'm gonna include a link to this one in the description. Right now it's going for just shy of 40 bucks, but I think I got it for 35 when I bought it a couple weeks ago. In any case, going back to the camera, that did make an improvement, but not quite fixed the issue, unfortunately. At that point, I noticed that the battery being discharged by the through USB and charge again was generating some heat. So I figured, okay, maybe replacing it with this one would improve things a bit. It did, like I said, marginally, but it was still I was just trying to feel the camera, and it was still getting pretty hot on this back side. I'm guessing this is where the processing happens. Trying to keep the screen separated also didn't help all that much. What did help was me putting a giant fan pointing at it, and obviously that worked, but the noise that introduced through my microphone wasn't great. And you also have to keep in mind that I have a dual stream PC setup, which generates a lot of heat, so I definitely needed some a bit more of a permanent solution to things. So what I ended up doing is in the menu settings, I found this feature. I mean, actually, it's just one of the options, the auto power off temperature. So if you go in, by default, it's set to standard. So I went ahead and set it to high, and it wants to ask you if you wanna change it, because technically you're putting a bit more strain on the camera, but it's still safe. Like honestly, after changing it, I'm gonna cancel here because I already have it on, but after changing it and running the camera for hours, in fact, I left it running overnight because I forgot. And it was still pretty warm, but like nothing too crazy. In fact, it was as warm as I felt it, when the setting was set to standard. So feel free to try it yourself. And if you feel like it's unsafe, well, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe get a USB fan pointed at it. But I think this is a great solution. Like I said, I'm gonna include a link to this one in the description if you wanna buy it. It's gonna be an affiliate link to Amazon. I get like a tiny commission out of that. It's not gonna affect your price at all, but it will help me a little bit. And if you find this video useful, that's I guess one way to send some gratitude. So okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I want to turn it off, and I'm gonna show you how this works in case you have no idea. You can see that the battery has like a little door down there. So as I open this and remove the original battery, I can go in. There we go. So you want to kind of thread the cable through that little hole. It kind of feels like it's not going to fit, but it does fit. It's actually designed to do that. There we go. Sony makes like an official version of this thing, but it's way more expensive and probably not worth it. So now that we turn the thing back on, you're going to see that it says that we're using 93, or that we have at least 93% of the battery. I think this number starts increasing after a few seconds. In fact, if my calculations are correct, you're going to see an alert in a minute here that warns you about using this device that cannot be guaranteed as a power source or something like that. Basically, I think it's looking for some signature from what the Sony version of this device would send the camera to validate. There he goes. The operation and safety of this battery cannot be guaranteed. Do you want to continue using this? Yes. Click OK. And that's it. You're done. I've been using this for several streams now. But yeah, this is pretty much it. If this was helpful, and if you have any more questions, just let me know down in the comments. And if you're trying to improve your streaming workflow or something like that, you might be interested in checking out the playlist that's listed also below this video, where I've been sort of documenting my journey as I take my streams to the next level. I've been streaming for many years, but recently I've been taking that much more seriously. And I'm walking you through my entire setup from, the way I do my audio, the way I have my lights set up, the way I have OBS set up, and so on and so forth. So yeah, that's all for this one. Hope to see you in the next one.